Right now, the Buffalo Bills are sitting at 5-5. I believe that's the worst start that they've had since they've acquired Stephon Diggs for Josh Allen. I think this is his third year with them now. So, damn, that's crazy to say. The Buffalo Bills are 5-5. Now, look, we just go over their wins and losses this year. Of course, we know that, epic first game of the season. We thought we was going to see a shootout between Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers. He gets hurt. Excuse me. They lose that game to the Jets. They beat the Raiders. They beat the Commanders. Good game, shocked us against the Dolphins, and we thought, okay, this is the Buffalo Bills that we've been waiting to see. But then, of course, they drop one to the Jags. Close game against the Giants, 14-9. Get beat by the Patriots by 4. Beat the Buccaneers, lose to the Bengals, and then just lose to the Broncos. And now we're here. They play the Jets next week. And for whatever reason, the Jets, these past couple of years, always play them hard. So, with that being said, me personally, just the way that their schedule is looking right now, I don't want to go so far and say that they need to blow it up. But when you're just talking about the opportunities that this team has had, I think, that Stephon was saying, they was stories and, rumors saying Stephon thinks the window is closed, and he might be right. These other NFL teams, there's always one or two. It seems like in this AFC division, man, it's always one or two more teams emerging and somebody is falling off. It never fails. It never fails. Shit, we seen the Chargers and the Buffalo Bills were clear playoff teams last year. The two teams that I don't think there's two teams, but as of right now, Buffalo is not looking that good. The Texans are on a upward rise. I feel like they may make a playoff push because right now Buffalo's on the outside looking in. They don't even have a playoff spot right now. And before I get too far off and forget this, if y'all don't know, they fired their offensive coordinator after that game that they had. They fired Ken Dorsey. Now, am I going to sit here and act like that their offense has just been the absolute best or the juggernaut that it's been? No. But this is my problem. When are we going to start looking towards somebody? If you ask me, he was just a scapegoat. How in the hell are you really going to sit there and try to blame him for that loss? For that loss, when sometimes, bro, that's players. Josh Allen in that game was 15 of 26, 56 completion percentage, 177 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 picks. What the hell the coordinator supposed to do about that? Only other thing I done heard is that they say, oh, they not scheming up enough plays for Stephon Diggs. You want to make that argument? Whatever. But it's a damn good coincidence that y'all want to try to fire this motherfucker after this stink that Josh Allen put on. Now, don't get me wrong. Josh Allen is a talented quarterback, but he turns the ball over. And sometimes we overlook a lot of this shit when people are winning games. But now, this is the worst record they've had since they brought in Stephon Diggs. 500. I don't think they, like, this deep into the season, I don't think the Bills have ever been 500 with those two. And at the end of the day, look, man, some of these games, he just ain't looked good. At the beginning of the season, they was beating up on the teams they were supposed to beat up on. The Raiders, the Commanders. They shocked us with that win against Miami. We thought that was going to be a shootout. But then you lose to Jacksonville. You blame jet lag because y'all waited so long to go to London or Germany, whatever it was. Okay. Close game in New York, 14-9. You win. All right. You lose against New England. I understand that's a division game, but, man, look. We see what New England looking like, man. Tampa Bay, if I remember that game, they almost had a chance to come back. And man, look. I understand that we can all look at the talent of certain quarterbacks, but at the same time, we really just gotta start putting some of this shit in the context. That's all I be trying to say. And he has to be, and I don't know, maybe it's because he ain't really got the accolades of a Patrick Mahomes or a Lamar or a Joe Burrow. As you know, maybe that's why we don't, kill him so bad. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that, I don't know. But at the end of the day, that nigga got paid just like everybody else. And we all know, once you, as a quarterback, once you get that check, people are putting expectations on you, whether you like it or not. So maybe this, I don't know, maybe this firing, it'll be a change of heart. I'd have to see it to believe it, but I don't see how after that you think, oh, your offensive coordinator is a problem. No, it's not. Sometimes we just got to blame the players, and some of these players are just playing bad. Why we can't have that conversation? That's what I want. Why we can't have that conversation? That's something I feel like really needs to be talked about. Why when it's and hey, I mean, there is a process. I get it. A coach is always the first one to go. But if this shit keep going the way that it's going, we really gonna have to start. I mean, shit. The only thing, I guess, they upset that Stephon Diggs only had 5 targets. I don't know what's up with that. Only 3 catches. I don't know. But yeah, man, some just I don't know. I don't think the door is completely closed on their window, but it is closing. And if they want to try to keep going with that, I personally, I mean, maybe I need to go look at some more tape and see, because I'm trying to figure out why ain't Gabe Davis giving more opportunities. Now I know he dropped that ball went through his hands in that game, but even outside of that, why don't we see him getting more involved? You don't think that those two wide receivers could complement one another? We've seen Gabriel Davis go. Now, maybe he's just one of them hot and cold niggas. I don't know. But I know what I saw in that championship game. We all saw it. He went the fuck. I think he had like 3-4 touchdowns that game. So was that maybe just because they wasn't paying him? No, I don't know. But you're not finna sit there and tell me that Stephon Diggs ain't the one seeing majority of the double teams. So I just don't see why he's not involved more. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to have 2 wide receivers. That I don't know. I don't know. Do I think the door is closed? No, but it's definitely closing. The Buffalo Bills got some stuff to figure out, and I understand they injured on defense, but hey, we know how this shit go, man. We ain't looking at the defense of why you're not putting up points. The defense is not the reason why you are not putting up points.